Thanks, Roger Davis. Let's see how they line up now, the BNT V8s, and talk about a nervous start with the change in the weather, the big downpour, half the team, all of course switching on to wets. It's remarkable too that Teretonga Park Raceway, one of the drivers' favourite circuits in the country, is 2.6 kilometres long, just slightly longer than the short track of Timaru. Let's see how they line up. Another anti-clockwise start on the BP Ultimate Grid. And it's the championship rivals side by side. McIntyre on pole. Alongside him, Kane Scott, the championship leader.
Row 2 sees the force of the Ford GM battle of Angus Fogg and Andy Booth.
Timmy Edgell always great in qualifying. Alongside him, the return of Paul Manuel.
And carrying on that Ford GM battle, we have Craig Baird and Andrew Anderson.
Then it's the young charger Michael Bristow. Alongside him, Andrew Porter after all of his engine problems in Timaru.
And we have the series campaigner Paul Pedersen, next door new boy Andy Knight.
John Penny, one of the better Commodore drivers. Alongside him, Nick Ross, also good in qualifying.
Then we have Adam Brook, and then new boy to the series, Dale Williams.
Then it's Eddie Bell, and a great rebuild by Simon Richards. Have taken 4 days to get that car onto the track.
Yeah, good turnaround. Then we have Ingy Tulloch, next door is Chris Adams.
And it's the young 17-year-old David Hopper. Alongside him, Timaru's John Hepburn. Mac Peach first understeering and then oversteering in qualifying. He's down the back of the grid. Well, unbelievable conditions, fine and sunny now in the twilight zone at Teretonga. 8 o'clock, the big downpour is cleared and we are ready to race, Mark Pedersen. Can you believe it?
It's going to be an amazing start. We have no idea what's going to happen here. Hopefully nice and clean. Boys will think about it, get through okay.
Remember, first gear, 50k, wait for the 5 red lights to go out, and then it is a BNT roaring drag race.
Go.
Clint, absolutely incredible start. Keep in mind the guys are in first gear. Problem with first gear in the rain, we would have expected wheel spin. Everybody got away nice and clean.
McIntyre, nice and clean, first way into the sweeper.
The problem Kane's got here, he's got a little bit of a nudge, but it has the possibility for the freight train. No, it's not going to happen. God, that's an amazing save. We'd normally expect the car to go up that high to get, 1, 2, 3 cars get past.
Well, he was quite keen to have it go in the first corner, but with the wet, slippery conditions, conservative, cautious approach first away in lap 1. That's the obvious way to do it.
See if anything unfolds here in the middle of the pack. Hopefully everybody get through nice and clean. Whoa,
no, you spoke too soon, Hawk.
That was always going to happen.
Michael Bristow, he parks it. Can't get out, though. McIntyre still out in front. Scott, Fogg, Booth, Oryx Commodore, Emmanuel. Look at that, Baird and Edgell.
Nice clean start by every Clint.
Oh, you've done it again.
Spinner.
We've got, how many cars is that?
4, 5, oh.
We've taken out half the field.
And they're still joining in.
It's the SCW Euro Drive Ford of Simon Richards. Oh, look at this coming into the pits. It's taken them 4 days to rebuild the car after the big crash in Timaru. Fantastic support from the local businesses in Southland. And first, look at that's how wet that pit lane is.
The problem we've got here, Clint, is if they come in too quick, the water is going to go underneath the car, maybe flood the engines, cause other problems.
Let's take a look at the replay of that start. This is the incident. First lap, Michael Bristow, well, he seemed to go sideways by himself.
Right there, if he had just kept driving it straight forward, I know it's easy to say, he might have driven out, but fortunately didn't happen.
On board Andrew Porter. There's Bristow moving over. Williams alongside of him.
Hey, look, mate, you got 3 into 1 here. It's never, ever going to work out. The blame portion on a single driver, very
into
hard.
the elbow. This is on board Richards, and look at the chaos.
God, he hit hard.
Hydraulic best under pressure moment. We haven't even finished lap 1. And this is on board Adam Brook. Can he avoid all the carnage? Yes! How did he do that?
It doesn't make any difference, man. He's promoted himself right up the field.
Wow, the Christchurch racer. He's going to lift himself up into that top 10. Sensational driving.
What these drivers have to do now, they have to do a calculation of grip. And what I mean by that, the rain has stopped now. The track will be drying out. So every time they get to a corner, it's going to have a different level of grip. That's why these brave guys out front, it's going to reward them.
Great scrap here. Booth down the inside of Fogg. And he can make it stick. Or will Fogg come back?
No, I think he's going to make it stick now. It's just we've got to be really tentative now. Listen. Yeah, you'll see that first gear, short shift to second gear. Interesting looking forward. You'll see the circuit starting to dry mid-track. Andy Booth on the left-hand side, going through the water, helps cool off those wet tyres.
Tiptoeing around Teretonga on the wets.
And it's exactly what I was saying. See, Angus maybe got a little bit of traction loss coming out of that top corner. Another place lost to Craig Baird.
Beto up in the United video forward, right behind him the LG car of Fog, and now he's under pressure from the Oryx Commodore of the guinea pig in the last round, Paul Manuel. He's got some more speed in that Commodore this weekend.
Keep in mind, these guys are all series campaigners, and they have a lot of confidence in the rain. Confidence shows in results, so these guys will be hard, lots of aggressive. But keep in mind, Clint.
Fan belt, should I keep going or not? It's got no power steering and the water temp's on.
That sounds like Kane Scott.
You have to for now. Monitor temperatures. I'm going to seize the engine if I keep going, I reckon.
That sounds like drama there for the championship leader, Kane Scott, in the Fujitsu heat pump forward. He's talking back to his team. You've just heard that yourself, so watch out.
Well, the problem Kane's got is he needs to make a decision. Do we come in and see if we can find the problem, or continue, just circulate for the points?
What is their water temperature? Water temperature has been 134. It's now 126. Okay, bring her in, brother. It's gone down, Tom. It's gone down from 130.
Good manoeuvre here. Oh, look at that John Hepburn, right front wheels locked. This is not going to end pretty.
Oh, you've done it again, Mork. You talk, they crash. And he's parked it in the beach. This will bring out the safety car. So this
Safety car.
has been a dramatic start to race one of the Southern 200 at Teretonga. It is all over the place. We've got Hepburn. Let's take a look and see what happens here.
Okay, running out right now, the right front tyre's locked. These cars will accelerate when the tyre's locked, especially in the grass. It's the nature of the beast.
So he's just made a simple mistake there and parks it in the beach. So while they get it out, we'll take a break. Stay with us. What's going to happen next in the BNT V8s? Welcome back to the Southern 200. Well, talk about a dramatic start. We're all set for the restart now. But will it be a good start for the championship leader, Kane Scott? Johnny McIntyre, his main rival, has got that lead. This could be a real turning point in the championship with problems for Scott down the back of the field.
Yeah, the problem with Kane Scott he's got now is that we heard on the radio communication the water temperature has dropped. There's one or two reasons. Maybe one, it's just naturally fixed itself. The other one, and more of a sinister problem, is that when the water level gets low, the cars start reading the ambient temperature as opposed to the water temperature. So it's possible for the water temperature to drop, have no water in the engine. 5 or 6 laps, we may see that thing become terminal.
On board Adam Brooks, sneaking up the inside, right behind Scott. When I say down the back of the field, he's dropped back to 6th place. So for the championship leader, used to running up the front, that's more like the back for him. And frustrating as well.
He does. He's got to do everything. He's got to short shift that car. He's got to keep the car in the breeze to get as much airflow over it to keep it as cool as he can.
Fog, Beard in front, Oryx Commodore, Manuel, Booth up there.
Right, copy that. You've got Paul Peterson up too.
On board Andrew Porter. Oh, he's got Nick Ross and the Total Lubricants Commodore right up his backside. And Paul Peterson.
And what's even better, I never actually introduced that one.
No, they did it themselves this time. Nick Ross, he's becoming a bit of a magnet, isn't he? On board Inky Tulloch, the Southland man. He knows this track so well. Determined to have a great weekend at home as well.
Now, has he made the smooth stick, or are we going to see Nick come up the inside here? No, he's far enough over. Definitely a clean move.
How slippery is this corner, the big sweeper in the wet?
Well, keep in mind, we've had so much dry running that at the moment, sorry, when the race started, it'd be very slippery. Now it's drying out. The other problem they have is the cars are on wet tyres. Dry circuit doesn't make the best combination.
Look at that battle. Adams, Penny, moving up through the mid part of the pack.
Now, you see what I mean by that there? You see the back of Angus Fogg's car move around? Okay, that's a setup. That's one of these cars on wet tyres on a drying circuit. Understand that's part of it as well.
Well, Beard sneaks up the inside. This is another chance for him.
Yeah.
He wants to get right up behind Boothie. Remember, he's got his own private battle for 3rd and 4th.
Now, Paul Manuel, as I was expected, straight down the inside.
So Fogg been hung out to dry here.
Yeah, this might not be over yet, though. Depends who gets the best drive off the corner.
Down this fantastic main straight at Teretonga. High speed. Doing about 109s at the moment in the wet compared to 102 and 103 in qualifying. He did a 103 in qualifying, but the Chester's Ford of Timmy Edgell looks sick there.
Yeah, you see the flames come out. What that is, because these cars are on carburation, when they stall, a lot of fuel goes in. When they start it up, it's just unignited fuel. Absolutely no problem with the car.
So Kane Scott, well, who would have picked that? He was so pumped up.
Clint, you see that? See the smoke starting to puff out? That's a terminal sign. See,
there we go. Smoke.
Yep.
So this could be real drama here for the championship leader. He may not finish the race. That could hand the lead back to Johnny McIntyre.
Look, I can speak firsthand from experience from driving an overheated car. You can nurse the things along. The problem is you don't have any speed to try to maintain or fight for positions.
So now I suppose he just wants to try and nurse it to bring it home, to maintain the points.
Yeah, and that's all he can do.
With all that smoke coming out the back of the Fujitsu heat pump Ford, is that going to drop a bit of oil on the track? Slippery as it is.
Yeah, no, it won't, Clint, because you'll see it's actually getting thrown out of the exhaust. It's just the internal engine burning itself away. No oil getting dropped, not a safety issue.
It's the last thing these guys want, oil on a slippery track.
Yes, you're absolutely correct.
Should be an ice skating rink. On board Andrew Porter. He's had his dramas at Timaru. That's the versatile BA Ford of Adam Brook up front. Pedersen right in front of him in the Tiger Cat Ford, creeping around Teretonga.
Oh, Adam Brook's having an outstanding race, isn't he? This must be in the top 10 battle.
Racing up into that top 5, top 6 now.
Keep in mind, he won the race at Pukekohe last year, so he knows how to drive these cars in the wet. He knows how to win races.
Andrew Porter, determined to try and make up for all the problems they had at Timaru. Sliding it round, the power slide here at Teretonga around the brickyard of the circuit.
Let's see if Andrew ducks down the inside. The way he set that corner up, went one side while Adam went the other, kind of may have led into him trying to do a passing manoeuvre end of this corner. Here we go. Long way around the outside though.
Rubbing and racing. And a bit of room. Just enough.
Now we're just into a sheer horsepower drag race.
The Tiger Cat Ford alongside Fogg. And Fogg seems to be losing more spots here. He could have trouble as well.
Yeah, that car doesn't look entirely happy going around. Like, we know Angus is a very competitive driver. We know the package is competitive. For him to lose spots like that, you know, we saw it 1 or 2 laps ago of Craig Baird and Paul Manu go through. Maybe there's a problem with this car.
Paul,
listen to that. See, it sounds flat.
He's only got 1 lap to go. We're on the last lap now. Pedersen up to 5th. Fogg losing ground. Well, unbelievable race.
Just amazing how quick fortunes can change, isn't it?
And bad fortunes there for Andrew Anderson in the ITM Commodore. Another one of the DNFs today. And look at that, Fogg. He has got problems.
Oh, last lap, you know, you're just counting the positions. 4, 5, 6 people going past.
Well, just when he thought he was going to bring it home, he can't do that, or will he? But bringing it home for the win, Johnny McIntyre in the Eaton Fluid Power Ford starts on pole and gets his 3rd win of the year. Boothie comes home 2nd, followed by Beard. And then it's Manuel and the Tiger Cat Ford. That's your top 5. Fogg, oh, looks like you won't bring it home.
End of stupid little batteries.
Sounds like a battery failure to me, Brownie.
Kane Scott came home in 14th place, thought he'd lost the lead to Johnny McIntyre. McIntyre was celebrating the win until bad news right after the race when his car failed a technical check. So that meant Andy Booth was promoted to 1st with McIntyre excluded from the points. Beard 2nd, Manuel 3rd, Adam Brook top 5 finish, Inky Tullican 7th.
That's a fantastic result in 12th place for David Hopper. He started 21st. This guy's only 17 years of age.
Just ahead of Kane Scott.